will Biden be the nominee? So there's some interesting stuff. We've got some info from Valuetainment. Michelle Obama rumored to have plans to replace Joe Biden in the 2024 election. A New York Post columnist alleges that there are plans underway for Michelle Obama to enter the 2024 presidential race this summer. As President Joe Biden's approval rating continues to fall and Donald Trump continuously outperforms him in the polls, many observers, including prominent members of Congress, argue such a scenario is increasingly likely. Additionally, a poll from August found that the majority of Democrats would prefer Michelle over Joe. The writer, New York City-based socialite and gossip columnist Cindy Adams, claims sources have told her that Obama has polled donors to gauge the reception of a campaign trail intervention. Apparently, there is a plan to have Biden announce in May that he is not running and have the former First Lady take the nomination without a primary vote during the DNC convention in August. In a different column, Adams claims that Michelle Obama sent a survey to Democratic leaders asking how they would feel about her running. Additionally, she reports that in the summer of 22, Michelle held a meeting in New York City with major hedge fund CEOs and told them, "I am running and I am asking for your support." During an appearance on Jay Shetty podcast in early January, Michelle remarked that she is, quote, terrified about the 2024 election. Sara, that Kamala lady can't be happy about this. Like, how are they going to push her? Like, it does seem obvious to me that the guy could fall today. Like, while we're on air, it could all end. But they still have to get rid of Kamala, and that's going to be a real issue.
Yeah, I mean, here's the only way that I can see that playing out easily, optics-wise, is if Kamala Harris, something happens to Joe Biden, God forbid that he just keels over and dies, but even if not, they could just say, you know what, there's some health issues and he's going to go ahead and step away. Kamala has her time in the spotlight for like 9 months, and then she actually just voluntarily says, I've had my time. I was the first woman president, and I'm going to go off and do something else. And then Michelle Obama gets passed the torch. Now, having Michelle up there scares the hell out of me. It's not. Did you
catch that, Malice? Did you catch the reference there?
I
caught it. You got it. Okay.
It's not something that I want to will into existence because that's terrifying to me. But they need to do something. That's the point. The Democrats know they have to do something, whether it's Gavin Newsom or Michelle Obama. They know they cannot run this walking potato for another 4 years.
But the potato won. The potato's in the office, and that incumbency
the potato won by hiding. The potato won by hiding.
We've seen him the potato for 3 years.
Well, but he hasn't hid for the last 3 years. We've seen him.
Sure. I mean, I know you agree with me that it's not a given that he's going to lose, like at all, especially if Trump is.
No, it's not a given. So, but no, it's not. But I think that there's so much. Isn't it scary though that like the time that we have left, we all know there are so many things hanging out there that so many things could happen that could change the game.
Well, I mean, Trump's no spring chicken either. And I made this.
I agree.
When you're like 6'3", 250 at that age, he looks good, but things can happen all the time. And I don't wish for bad things for almost anyone other than corporate journalists. But I think this, to the point, I think this whole Michelle Obama thing is a complete boomer fantasy. They just have this fixation, Michelle Obama. I know where it comes from. The idea that if Biden is incapacitated, that she'd be the plan B is crazy. She's never won any elected office. She has no political resume, much to speak of. And the fact that the claim that everyone in the Democratic Party who has paid their dues would just step aside for her is nuts. If she wanted to have it, she could have had it in 2020. So I think this is completely false. If this survey had actually happened in writing, it would have leaked, and it wouldn't have leaked through Cindy Adams. So I'm sure she's very concerned and so on and so forth. But by all accounts, she hated her time in Washington. I don't know why she'd want to put her. I mean, would you want to run against President Trump as a mom and knowing what he's going to say about you and your kids? I mean, forget it. So, and I don't see how she's going to tell Hillary and Kamala Harris, oh, just step aside. Michelle got this. That's not going to happen.
Can I add one more thing to that, Dave?
Sure.
She also, to Michael's point, I mean, she lives on Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
Like they've got their Netflix deal. Like they
30 acres on the water, not worried about climate change.
Money. right? Like, right. They've made their money. They're very comfortable. She's living the elitist life that I'm sure she always dreamed of living. So I don't know why she would walk away from that to do it. I still think that they're trying to prepare Gavin Newsom to take charge there. But yeah, if I'm Michelle Obama, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just live my fancy life.